Good evening, crypto degens. How you doing this fine evening? I'm doing pretty good myself. So we had the market meltdown yesterday. Now things are coming up a little bit. The market has chilled out. Bitcoin has stabilized. I think it was down to like almost 60,000 yesterday. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. Let's take a look real quick. 24 hours. Yeah, it dropped to 60,000. Briefly, and then it was back up to 64,000. Now it's at 71,000. So that was like an insane drop yesterday. Everybody was going crazy. Everybody's crying on Twitter. Well, crying in terms of complaining and whining and blaming people and blaming Trump. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, my portfolio is way down, but like, I'm just like, this is great. I can buy more, and I'm buying more. Now, if you're out of money, then it kind of sucks because you can't really buy more. But I mean, it's a great opportunity right now. So many people said, I wish Bitcoin was down in double digits. I wish it was much lower so I could buy. Now it's up to 120. Drops down to 60,000 and then they're too afraid to buy. And I know people like that. Not going to name names. But yeah, and they don't want to buy it. And then like, dude, like it just makes no sense. People get so fearful. You don't need to be, either you believe in the asset or you don't believe. Either you have conviction or you don't. And if you're somebody who just kind of follows it casually, well, it's more normal that you wouldn't have conviction. But if you're somebody who's really watching the markets, really following crypto, really understand it, especially, utility coins. People can argue about Bitcoin not being worth anything, but you do have all the validators, you have the big network, you have all the holders. I mean, that's worth a lot in itself. But the utility tokens, I mean, they definitely have worth. I mean, they're making money. So anyways, yeah, so let's take a look let's look at the deals. We got some deals going on right now. So instead of being like, oh, Bitcoin crashed. Oh, my altcoins are even lower than they already were. I mean, they're already super low anyways. Let's like look at the bright side. The cup is like half full, right? Ethereum is at 2,000. It went down to like 1,800, I think. And that's much better price than like 3,000 something. Much better price. So I'm not buying any right now because I'm not a big Ethereum fan. But if it was like 1,000, I would definitely be buying some. Definitely. XRP crashed the worst yesterday, but it's come up quite a lot, 18%. I'm not an XRP fan. Do what you will with that. BNB was very high. It was one of the few altcoins that was high. So 666 is still too high for me. If it comes down to like 300, then I'd definitely buy it because I had it before. I stupidly sold it and then it went crazy. But it's like a blue chip. It's like a big, it's going to last for a long time. It represents Binance. It represents the smart chain created by Binance. It's very good. This smart chain is very good. It's cheap. It's fast. It runs very well. It's very similar to Solana. And then you have Solana. Solana down from almost 300 to 87. Yesterday, I think it went down to 70. And I didn't see it. I was like in bed and went down to 70, but I did buy it this morning at 79. And that's the first time I bought it since it was at like 25 or 30, like in 2023 or 2022, not sure when it was. And I hadn't bought it all this time because I had bought a lot and I bought it cheap and it gone up a lot and I didn't want to ruin my average price. And so I saw it under 100. I'm like, I'm buying it. Solana is like, it's my favorite coin. I think it has the best risk reward going forward. Tron, not really a fan. Dogecoin, I'm not a fan of meme coins. Cardano, I'm not really a fan. I was in the beginning, but I don't see it being used much. And Hyperliquid, I mean, yeah, it's much cheaper, but like I want to buy stuff that's gonna have network effects, like blockchains that will get used by more and more companies and more places. So I don't feel like a perps deck or whatever Hyperliquid is. It's like a platform. I don't know if that's really going to grow that much in the future, like a blockchain might. So Chainlink is great. Chainlink down to, I think it got down to 8 yesterday, or maybe 7 something. So Chainlink at $9 is a steal. I'm just going to jump down. HBAR. I don't have HBAR, but I think it's pretty good project. It went, well, it's gone up 18% right now, so I don't know, but it's still dirt cheap at 9 cents. Avalanche, dirt cheap, 9.41. Went down to 8, I think, yesterday. Avalanche is kicking it. Avalanche is doing well, and it's moving up. The market is moving back up in the market cap ranking, up to 27 now. Sui, dirt cheap. I mean, these coins are cheap. Cheap. And if you buy ones that are getting used, they're getting adopted already, like don't buy, at this point, don't buy much hype. Don't buy stuff that hasn't been proven. It's not being used, even if it's good. Like I had Sonic, I thought it was good, but it's not really being used right now. So, make most of your bets right now on the stuff that's being used, stuff that's being adopted. I mean, we're going to have probably some big winners. Now, if we get a good market run, little stuff will move up. That's where you can make big money. But you can make big money in the big coins. They just need a decent recovery. So now's the time to be buying, people. Now's the time. Wendy O says, this is the SEC, Paul Atkins, the new Fed chairman. I'm sorry, the new SEC chairman. We are out to harmonize the rules between the SEC and the CFTC. The CFTC is a commodities, like the governing body for commodities like gold and silver and all that. SEC governs like stocks and things like that. So they're trying to give clarity to innovators and investors. This would never be possible under Gary Gensler, who was the previous guy. All that guy did was attack crypto projects. They didn't provide any clarity at all, so that they would say, look, you didn't do this or you didn't do that, and the crypto companies would have like no idea what they were supposed to do, and so they would just keep suing everybody. So they were clearly trying to stifle cryptocurrency in America, and now they're trying to welcome it. They're trying to help crypto companies. So it's just a huge difference. Avalanche. The institutions are on Avalanche, and they've got a long list of institutions that have gotten into Avalanche for tokenization or for whatever, or for money transfers, just, all kinds of different things. That's what I'm saying. Avalanche is rocking. Avalanche is rocking. And Avalanche is, it's been good for games, even though that's not an important narrative right now. But they're just into everything. And I think they're going to do well in the future. I mean, look, Avalanche was up to 150, I think, before, more or less. Now we're down to 940. Like, this dropped down to 781. Wow. 781. And this is the low of, like, several years ago, a few years ago. I can't see here. Yeah, so we're kind of at this low of, like, 2023. Great price, incredible price. Oh man, with everything that's coming, you guys, this is just, it's like incredible. Absolutely amazing. Okay, this is a good one. This is Charles, the creator of Cardano.
Say, Charles, you're rich. You can ride it out. I've lost more money than anyone listening to this. Over $3 billion now. It'd have been real easy to cash out.
Word. Yeah, dude. I mean, imagine sitting on 3 billion. Well, it's sitting on more, but the last 3 billion, that's incredible. But it's true. He is rich. He is rich now. So, but still, it ain't easy losing that much money or seeing the value of what you own go down by that much. Merit says, you guys are way too emotional. The chains now scale, regulation is clear, and AI has reduced cost of shipping. Crypto is internet native capitalism. For it to die, both the internet and capitalism would need to die, and that's not happening. We'll be back higher than ever. This guy is totally right. People are way too emotional. Everybody is crying. Oh, Trump. I can't believe what Trump did to crypto. Trump didn't do anything to crypto. He's putting everything in place to make crypto soar. So yeah, you can complain about his meme coins and whatever, or the tariffs, but that's not it. It's just the cycle. I mean, people just wanted to see the cycle, finish. Or big institutions wanted Bitcoin cheap, and so they did everything to suppress it and make everybody afraid and make everybody sell. I don't know if that's what happened, but it's not because of tariffs and all this stuff. That's not it. So when you guys are done crying, pick yourselves up, start buying, buy at these cheap prices, and then in the future, when everything goes back up, you'll make a lot more money than you would have made if it didn't go down now. So that's my 2 cents on that matter. Max Crypto says Bitcoin has never dropped below its electric costs. Current electric cost equals 58,740. And Peter says, what electric is that? Never seen nice letters from the UK Royal Mail saying, congratulations, your electric bill just got 25% cheaper. Yeah, electricity is important because it costs electricity to mine stuff and to validate the blockchain. I did a little bit of mining before, Ethereum and some other coins some years back, like in 2022, I think. But then Ethereum changed from proof of work to proof of stake, and mining was just went, through the floor. Like there was no profit. So when you mine, depending on your electricity, if it costs you a lot of electricity, you don't have a profit. And so electricity is a big part of your expense. And also you have to buy either a computer, like an ASIC, that's a computer specifically designed to be a miner, to mine certain coins, or you set up like a PC with a bunch of video cards, graphics cards. And you set up you have things called risers, and you just set up a whole bunch of graphic cards, and they do the work. They're solving the puzzles to validate the blockchain. So, yeah, electricity is a big deal. I don't recommend normal people to get into this kind of thing, mining. Or there's also AI, doing AI work now, providing AI computation or whatever it's called. So it's kind of the same idea as mining. You set up some computers with a bunch of graphics cards, and they do the work. The GPUs do the work, and then you get paid for it. But you have no control over the market. You get yourself into an expense buying all the equipment, and then you don't know how much competition you're going to have, or it's going to be taken over by big places with big data centers. You really have no control. You have no branding on it, no real business. It's just trying to make cash, and if you can do it, it's nice, but it's not reliable. It's like you can set it up and have some passive income. That's what I was trying to do, and make some crypto at the same time, but it's not reliable. You don't know what the future is going to bring. The Bitcoin therapist says silver bag holders got absolutely massacred. Yeah, so silver got crushed too, down to $68, $69. I think it went back up a little bit since then. Just in, SEC to take legal action against Pump.Fun and its users. I don't know if this is correct, if this is a real news story. Grok hasn't responded, so I don't know. But Pump.Fun is, if you don't know, it's a platform where people launch meme coins. It's highly, highly successful. It's basically it's a meme coin casino, and people go on there, and they're just launching coins every day, and so people are just betting, like, is this coin going to go up? How high is it going to go up? So they put money in, and then they take it out, trying to make a profit. And it's very useful if you want to launch a meme coin and you don't want to put a lot of money in. Whenever you make a coin, even if you do it in a very simple way, there's options to do it in a simple way without a bunch of programming and stuff. There's places that'll do it for you. But Pump.Fun is the easiest, and normally when you make a coin, you need to provide a lot of money for liquidity. That's like a pool. It's called a liquidity pool, and it makes it so that people can trade. They can buy and sell the coin. And if you don't have a lot of money, and it's also a big risk, like you want to put a bunch of money in a liquidity pool for a coin, Pump.Fun takes care of this. They take care of the liquidity. They have something called a bonding curve, and they provide liquidity for you, so you don't have to. And then if your coin makes enough, if enough people buy it, and if it goes up enough, then Pump.Fun will move your coin to the blockchain, to the Solana blockchain, and people will be able to trade it directly on Raydium, which is kind of the main DEX for people to buy and sell on the Solana blockchain. So I made my coin for fun on Pump.Fun. So I hope they keep going, because I have like 1,000 something invested in my own coin. You have to buy it. If you want some of it, you have to buy it yourself. So I hope that this works out. I've been in crypto for years. You know what I've learned? The market has no memory. Everyone forgets the pain. Everyone forgets the gains. Everyone repeats the same mistakes. Learn from history to become history. What's your biggest lesson? I don't agree with this. I think people in 2018, altcoins went up super high and then they crashed, totally crashed, got wiped out. 2021, altcoins went up super high and then they got wiped out. After that, altcoins went up some and then they went down, and then went up some and then they crashed down, and then they crashed down further. People were not ready to risk not their money on altcoins very much. Like, they just did not trust altcoins after getting wiped out twice. So people do remember. People do remember. Now, if new people come in, they're not going to remember because they didn't experience it. But I think the last few years, people have definitely remembered, and that really affected altcoins. People just mostly bet on memes and did like the pump.fun or just meme casino. So, and my biggest crypto lesson, man, there's so many. My lesson is just that no matter what the news is, no matter what good things happen, when the market is in a bear market, it's just going to go down no matter what. Unless there's some kind of manipulation going on, which could be happening also. And then also, I would say I saw Bitcoin going up and up and up, and the altcoins weren't going up, and I didn't have much profit. I had good profit on Sol, very good profit on Sol, but not on anything else. And I did have profit on other coins. The end of 2023, the beginning of 2024, I could have sold a little bit, but it was only 3 months had gone by. I had no idea the altcoin market was not going to continue going up. And then afterwards, the overall market, I had big gains in Sol, and I did see that Bitcoin was quite high. Bitcoin had gone past the point that I was ready to sell. But since most altcoins didn't go up, I just thought Bitcoin, and we're getting all the institutional adoption, I just thought Bitcoin is probably going to keep going. It's probably going to keep going because of all the, the ETFs and everything that's coming in. And I was wrong. It just crashed down, and even though altcoins didn't go up. So basically what I'm saying is I should have taken profit on my Solana because I had big profit. And I didn't want to sell anything because I didn't have profit on my other altcoins. So that was a lesson. Should always take some profit. Okay, so Crypto Fergani says, have you ever turned 200 into 10,000 overnight? This will become the norm in 2026. Millionaires will be made from now on. Time to lock in. You're about to experience a level of euphoria that will give you mental illness for the rest of your life. I don't agree with this. I think posts like this are stupid. Most people aren't going to make 10,000 from 200 overnight. That's a what, a 40x? Oh, wait, let's see. 200 times 5 is 1,000. So it's like a 50x. Yeah, you don't make a 50x overnight. Sorry. That happens every once in a while in meme coins. So you're just shipping false hopium there. Don't agree. You can make like a 1x or 2x overnight. That happens. Simon Dedis says, Bitcoin performance has felt terrible recently, but honestly, it's getting very interesting here. The 60 to 70,000 range is likely the strongest support zone BTC has. Agreed. The uptrend is still intact, even if we crash to 58,000 over the next 2 months. Either it's truly over for crypto, or this is the range where you buy with size. Whether you exit the market or go all in is up to you. But it's time to act now or never. Yeah, I'm not all in, but I'm a little in, and I'm buying what I can. So this graph that's kind of a weird graph. I thought we'd be down below this line, but I don't know. Yeah, he's totally right. It's time to buy. I think it's time to buy. Rand Newener from Crypto Banter says, right now every single metric is telling you that Bitcoin has never been more undervalued on a relative basis. Do with this info as you wish. Yes, I'm buying, dude. Dear noobs, BTC is not naturally going down. It's being pushed down via whales placing spoofy sell orders on exchanges to make noobs and risk managers sell to buy back lower. They are stealing your bags and will make you buy back at a higher price. I don't know if that's happening, but don't sell. Don't sell the good coins. Don't sell Bitcoin. Don't sell it. I wouldn't sell it. Just in, Bitcoin's market cap drops to $1.2 trillion amidst 350 billion sell-off. Oh yeah, that's good. We needed a reset, so maybe the whole market can go up now. We've been here before, mofos. Don't quit now. It's all part of the process. Yeah, we've been here before. Even I've been here before. In 2021, I started in 2021. 2021 in May, Bitcoin crashed like big time. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Come on, Bitcoin. Let's see. 2021. Here we go. Bitcoin was up to like 60,000. Boom, it crashed. It crashed down to here. Okay, so it like crashed from 60,000 to about 38,000. That's when I started buying coins. I don't know if I bought any Bitcoin, but I started buying some coins. It went up a little bit, and then it crashed some more. And I remember my altcoins were crashing. I was buying altcoins after this big Bitcoin crash, and my altcoins were continued to crash, and they were down like 70% just from like the first few months that I was buying. But I had friends that had made so much money. They had put in like 4,000 and got like 200,000 from, I think it was whiners and Cardano. And I was such a believer. I didn't even care. And then everything pumped back up here even higher. So basically, yeah, I mean, we could go down a little more, but I don't think it's going to be a lot. This seems like quite a floor, right now where we are now. Yesterday was down to 60,000. I mean, it's hard to see it going down much more. It doesn't really make sense. But, you never know. But now I feel safer buying altcoins. Because altcoins are crashing when Bitcoin goes down. But when Bitcoin goes up, either altcoins don't do anything. That's been the norm recently. Or they go up. So the real risk to altcoins is when Bitcoin is in a place where it can crash. Where were we? Almost at the end here. Okay, 𝘃𝗶𝗁𝗃 says, bear markets were never meant for tears. They're for building. Yes, sir. Stop doom scrolling timelines. Instead, go build something of your own. Learn a skill. Start a side hustle. Fix your routine. Do something that pays off later while everyone else is stressed. You can be leveling up quietly. Less complaining, more building. 100%. That's what I'm saying. Stop complaining, people. Buy. Take advantage of the dip. Buy. I just started this channel like 3 weeks ago in English, and I started like 2 months ago in Spanish. And because I just ended I had another business and I just ended it with my partner, and so I had to start something new. And I was actually hoping even though I'm losing money, or I'm not losing, I'm not selling, but even though my portfolio is way down, I kind of wanted crypto not to do well for a while so that I would have a chance to build just even a small audience before everybody was interested in it again. I wanted to have that chance to get something going even while crypto wasn't in fashion. So yes, I'm building and I'm buying, and you should too. This is me heading to work knowing I've lost 50% of my portfolio in the last 7 days. Well, I don't head to work because I do my own thing at home, but yeah, there we go. That's the man. My favorite boxer, when he was young, he was like unstoppable. And then this is a great meme. Relationship goals. Together since Solana was at $8. Awesome. Well, that's it for today, Crypto Degens. I hope you're having a great day, a great evening. Be happy, love life, and I will see you tomorrow.